The interest rates for high yield savings accounts are historically high right now, with some of them paying over 4.5% in interest every month. In fact, the online savings account I use pays me over $50 a month just in interest payments. So let's go over a few of the best high yield savings accounts that you could potentially stash your cash in and grow your savings. The first one is CIT Bank, and depending on which savings account you open up, you can earn up to 4.75% on your cash, meaning if you were to invest $10,000 into this account, you'd get paid about $40 a month in interest. But unfortunately, any income earned from interest is not tax-free, so you might want to keep that in mind.
Where's my money?
What's cool about CIT Bank is that it has two different options when it comes to its savings accounts. One option is the Savings Connect account that has a minimum deposit of $100 and pays 4.5% APY. And the other option is the Platinum Savings account that pays 4.75% APY, but has a minimum deposit of $5,000. CIT Bank also pays interest on its checking accounts, but it's not very high, it's only 0.25%, but that's still better than nothing. The website is really easy to navigate, and it only takes a few minutes to set up an account, so if you're looking for an online savings account with an aggressive APY, the CIT Bank savings accounts might be some to consider. This next savings account is owned by Goldman Sachs Bank. It's called Marcus. Marcus is currently paying a 3.9% APY, and the good news with this one is that there's no minimum deposit requirement, so if you wanted to, you could save as little as $1 starting out, and there's also no monthly maintenance fees either. One thing with Marcus though is it doesn't offer any checking accounts or money market accounts, so that might be something to keep in mind, but if you're only focusing on building up your savings and parking your cash for a while, that might not be a big deal. So if you're looking for a secure, high-yield savings account that's owned and managed by one of the biggest banks in the world, Marcus by Goldman Sachs might be another one to consider. All right, number 3 is Bread. No, really, it's called Bread Savings, and its current APY is 4.5%. It also has no monthly fees, but does require a $100 minimum deposit to get started, and just like Marcus by Goldman Sachs, it's only a savings account and doesn't have checking account options. But regardless, it's paying that extremely high 4.5% APY, and might be a great choice if you have at least $100 to start saving with. This next one is the American Express High Yield Savings Account, and this one has a current APY of 3.75%. One of the best things about the Amex account is how easily you can access your cash if you need it. Most banks don't like it if you withdraw your money too frequently, but with this account you can transfer or withdraw up to 9 times per month, which is great because most banks only allow you to transfer up to 6 times per month. It's also another online account that's only a savings account. There aren't any checking accounts that come with it. But the good news is that it only takes a couple of days for your money to be transferred into another bank account. And since Amex specializes in credit cards, the savings account would be a nice little cherry on top if you already use an American Express credit card. So definitely another high yield savings account to explore for yourself. Number 5 is the CITI Accelerate Savings account. The difference between Citibank and the others that I mentioned in this video is that it actually has physical locations rather than being completely online. And usually banks like this have extremely low interest rates, but the CITI Accelerate Savings account is currently paying a 3.85% APY, which compared to other banks similar to Citi, that's pretty high. There's also no minimum deposit required to open up this account, so you can start with as little as $1. One of the best things about this account is that you'll have access to all of the Citibank ATMs, and you can of course go inside any of the physical locations as well. And the mobile app is very seamless and easy to use. There are some drawbacks to this account though, like monthly maintenance fees that are avoidable as long as you're hitting certain requirements, but it is always annoying when there are fees that exist. And this specific savings account is only available in 43 out of the 50 states. So if you're living in any of these states, unfortunately, you won't qualify. But it's definitely a great option if you're wanting to stick with a little bit more traditional of a bank, but still receive those high monthly interest payments. As always, guys, none of these banks are sponsored. This is just something I really enjoy doing. And if you want to invest in my YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe and feel free to leave a like on this video if you thought it was helpful. And I'll see you next time. Bye.